Welcome back to Top Dog Tips. Thanks for joining us for this video on dog hair loss, reasons why it happens, and what you should do about it. It's not uncommon for a dog to suffer from a condition called alopecia, also known as dog hair loss. This condition is separate from the natural act of shedding fur. Shedding is when dogs naturally lose their old or damaged hair with the amount and frequency depending on health and breed. Alopecia in dogs, or hair loss, is a common disorder that causes partial or complete hair loss. It can affect your pet's skin and his endocrine system, lymphatic system, and immune system. Alopecia can affect dogs of all ages, breeds, and genders. For the most part, dog hair loss will be very noticeable to owners, showing up in different patterns and shapes. It can be sporadic or symmetrical hair loss, or maybe even shown as bald circles. All of these can be accompanied by crusting and inflammation of the dog's skin. In sporadic cases, the dog may also have scaling of the skin. Hair loss in dogs can be caused by many reasons, including allergies, infections, and parasites. Depending on the underlying cause, canine alopecia may be accompanied by infection, irritation, along with possible reddening of the skin in the affected area. There are 5 most common causes of dog hair loss that I'll talk about today, along with treatments and preventative measures that can assist in caring for your pup. The first reason that your dog may be losing hair is allergies. Allergies are a common underlying cause of many symptoms experienced by dogs. They can trigger pet hair loss whenever the dog has an allergic reaction to their environment, food, or parasites. Dogs often suffer from a flea allergy, leading to increased licking and biting of the irritated areas. The flea bite can create an allergic reaction that can last for days, providing the dog with an extended need to itch, scratch, lick, and irritate the already irritated skin, ultimately leading to hair loss. Discovering the exact allergen can help prevent allergic reactions in dogs. If it's a food allergy, you can switch brands or food types or try homemade recipes. For fleas, take preventative measures such as monthly flea medication. If there's an infestation on your dog, wash him using a flea shampoo and give him a flea-removing oral medication that kills fleas in 2 to 8 hours. It may be an environmental allergen as well. You can talk to your vet about starting allergy medication or shots to reduce the irritation if this is the issue with your dog. The second possible reason for dog hair loss is Cushing's disease, also known as hyperadrenocorticism. It's caused by an overproduction of a cortisol hormone, which helps dogs respond to stress and modulates the immune system. Dog hair loss is not the only symptom of Cushing's disease. It's usually accompanied by a lack of energy, bruising, obesity, and increased hunger, thirst, urination, and panting. It mainly affects middle-aged to older dogs rather than puppies or adolescent dogs. After the vet has officially determined that your dog has Cushing's disease, the treatment will vary by how severe the condition is. If it's caused by medication, they'll slowly wean the dog off the meds. If your dog is experiencing mild symptoms, your vet will likely require you to monitor him instead of treating the condition immediately. If the symptoms become worse, your vet may prescribe trilostane. This medication comes with dangerous side effects, which is why your veterinarian will wait until it's absolutely necessary to specify using that rather than using it as a preventative measure. Major dog hair loss also occurs with mange. Mange is an inflammatory disease caused by the Demodex mite. As the number of mites living in the hair follicles and skin of your dog increase, it can lead to lesions, infections, and hair loss. Mange can either be localized, only affecting specific areas of the skin, or it can be generalized and affect the entire body. Typically, the mites inhabiting the surface of the dog's skin do not change the hair or skin, but when those mite numbers grow out of control, that's when it becomes damaging to the fur. If the case of mange is mild, it won't require treatment. It will usually disappear on its own, doing so spontaneously. Your vet may recommend long-term medications to control the condition whenever it reaches a severe stage, often generalized and not sporadic. If your dog is a female, your vet may also recommend that she be spayed. Fluctuations in hormones can exacerbate the symptoms of mange. Changing to high-quality dog food and a low-stress environment may also be able to reduce flare-ups of mange. Another reason why your dog may be losing hair is ringworm. Ringworm is a fungal infection that lives and grows in infested dogs' skin and hair follicles, occasionally infecting the nails. The infection is normally only a surface infection and only affects a few areas of the body at a time. Any dog can get ringworm. It affects puppies, senior dogs, and immunocompromised dogs more intensely. Ultimately, it can lead to widespread ringworm infections on your pet's body. Ringworm is infectious and spreads through direct contact, contaminated objects, and people. Dog hair loss is one of the most common symptoms of this condition. Again, the treatment of this infection depends on its severity, making it a case-by-case basis. The vet will usually determine the severity after a physical exam and a diagnostic test using a sample of your pet's hair or skin cells. Typically, the treatment process goes through 3 steps. First, your vet will suggest topical therapy consisting of either a cream, ointment, or medicated shampoo. Second, they'll prescribe an antifungal oral medication to fight the infection. And the third step consists of environmental decontamination. The removal and cleaning of all loose hairs found on couches, grooming tools, furniture, clothing, and bedding will remove the infectious spores. Finally, rashes and hives can cause dog hair loss. Insect bites and stings, plants, chemicals, shampoos, and even medications can cause rashes. They can also cause hives on your dog's body that lead to alopecia in the dog. These can also include allergic rashes, which are separate from allergies. Allergic rashes and hives typically appear within hours, sometimes minutes of exposure, while other symptoms may arise, including listlessness, fever, and vomiting. The allergic rash or hive site in dogs often goes completely bald. Allergic rashes and hives require further treatment than simply removal of the allergens. This is often a reaction requiring immediate treatment from the vet to prevent a more substantial full body condition. If your dog is losing more fur than seasonal shedding, consider consulting your vet. You can give it a day or two to see if it improves if you want. Any situation with itching, bad odor, irritated skin usually requires veterinary medicine. Once you know what's responsible for your dog losing hair, it becomes easier to prevent it. While you can't stop genetic diseases and certain causes, you can prevent others. For example, you can use flea control to avoid an allergic reaction to fleas. If your dog has food allergies or environmental triggers, you can avoid those triggers. If your pup has itchy skin, you can use a medicated shampoo so he doesn't hurt his skin by scratching it incessantly. It would also help if you made it a point to take your dog to the vet at the first sign of hair loss. This gives them the chance to inspect your dog's coat and treat the inflamed skin or hair loss before it gets worse. One final question to address is it normal for dogs' hair to fall out? Some shedding is completely normal, but losing more hair than this can be concerning. There's a difference in the amount of hair loss between normal shedding and hair loss. Many dogs will experience hair loss at some point. You should, however, consult your vet, especially in the case of extreme hair loss or hair loss combined with other symptoms. For more information, you can check out our extensive article on the subject on our website at topdogtips.com. If you learned something from this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends, family, and fellow pet owners. If you liked this video, you can also subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with all of the tips and tricks that we share for pet parents and pet lovers. You can also subscribe to our email newsletter for daily tips and tricks in raising healthy, happy dogs. Thanks for watching.